All right, now that you're back, I'm glad that you were able to take a few minutes to sit and think about the future. Sit and daydream. You owe that to yourself. It's actually refreshing and exhilarating when you can sit and brainstorm for a couple of minutes. I love brainstorming. So many cool ideas can come about when you just actually have time to relax and think. All right, so essential habit number 2. Work on your marketing every day. Okay, now what does that mean? Well, I guess the easiest way that I can simplify this is if people don't know who you are, if they can't find you because you're not out there enough, you're not marketing enough, then they're not going to buy from you. If they can't find you, they won't buy from you. Simple as that. We are in the business of selling our products and services. Since we're in the business of selling, something actually has to happen before that, and that's marketing. So if people don't know you, then they can't buy from you. And you'll have to I have to apologize here. I'm just getting over a cold, so if my voice sounds a little raspy or a little different, I apologize for that. So here's the thing that you'll have to remember in marketing your products and services in your company every day, is that you need to work on getting the word out every day about what you do. Even if you just take a few minutes. I know that we're busy. I know that we are tight on our budgets. Well, figure out how you can spend a few moments emailing customers, posting on social media sites, making a few phone calls, even going to your vendors, even going to your customers, physically walking into their office and talking to them. Those are the things that you need to be working on every day. Now, also, as you're working on your marketing, it doesn't just involve talking to people. It also involves maybe coming up with a new brochure, maybe coming up with a new marketing campaign, a new email campaign. You know, there's a lot of automated systems out there, and I won't do an advertisement for all the different systems that are out there, but just know that there are email campaign programs that are built to have a sequence of events that happen automatically so you don't have to do everything manually. We use a pretty cool piece of software, a database that actually not only allows us to create leads, but it also is an automated system that will send out articles that I've written, pre-emails that we've established, that the database goes and pulls a particular email for that particular campaign. It could even post or show a video. It would even pull from our database an ebook that I've written and constantly be sending information out to your customer base, keeping your name, your brand, your products and services in front of them all the time. You know, I get emails sometimes from certain individuals or certain companies daily. Sometimes I get them twice a day. That's a little bit of noise that, you know, I don't even read them. I just hit delete after a while. But what I want to get across to us as business owners is that you got to remember the formula. If we're trying to have someone get excited about our product and our service, and we're trying to ask them to buy something from us, when they don't know who you are and they don't trust you yet because you haven't established a good relationship with them, remember this. You've got to tell them who you are and what you do and what you offer at least 7 times. I mean, that's usually the formula that we all hear about in our Marketing 101 classes. It used to be 3 times. Now we're saying 7 because of all of the different products and services that are marketed to each of us every day. The thousands of things that come at us as we're driving along the road. And we see several billboards, or we see a truck with an ad on the side, or we hear something on the radio, or someone gives us a call and we have to take that phone call, or we think about another article that we just read at the doctor's office that we just left. There's so many different areas that we think about or that we're inundated with in these marketing messages. So we've got to stand out. So what I want you to remember is on this essential habit number 2, you have to be working on your marketing campaign every day. All right, now, here's the exercise that I want you to go through. I want you to take a few minutes, pause the video, and I want you to think about your marketing mix. Write down the different areas that you focus on in marketing your products and services. Your email, your sales calls, your brochures, the social media sites that you're involved with in posting and how often you're posting them. Think of some other social media sites that you're currently not using that you'd like to be using. Write those down. Think of a leave behind. You know, when you open something, it's a really nice brochure packet. Do you have one of those? If not, maybe you should consider having one. Maybe even it's just as simple as a trifold brochure that will give more information about who you are. But you can leave that behind as you walk out, and it's a way for them to look at what you're doing. Also think about your website. Think about your Facebook page. Think about your LinkedIn profile. Think about things that you can pin on Pinterest. I want you to start figuring out what your marketing mix looks like and kind of open up your mind of how you can start reaching new customers and marketing to your existing customer base. But essential habit number 2 is to work on your marketing every day. Take a few minutes, write some of those things down, we'll come back. Now that you're back, let's talk about essential habit number 3. We already talked about essential habit number 2 being marketing your product or your service every day, marketing your brand every day. Well, now it's time to convert those marketing concepts, those marketing campaigns into actual sales. So essential habit number 3 is work on closing a sale every day. Okay, so how do we do that? It's still kind of a really nice transition of marketing into closing a sale. You're still working with email, you're still working with your social media posts, you're still working with the phone calls that you make, the face-to-face visits that you make, the times that you go out and speak at different groups. Maybe it's a networking group. Maybe it's even someone who's asked you to come and speak about your business. Maybe it's a radio talk show that you're speaking on. It's now time to convert those moments of marketing into actual sales, because we all know without sales there is no business. Business can't go forward if you don't make a sale. So really what you need to be doing is you need to be out there every day talking to people through one of those forms, or through all of those different forms, all those different mediums. The email, the phone calls, all of the different areas, especially the face-to-face visits. You know, yesterday I attended a networking event, and I love going to networking events because you meet new people. You know, there might be 50 people there might be 10 people, there could be 200 people there, whatever the number is. You may end up only getting a few business cards, but I have formed lifelong relationships from some of those simple networking events that I've attended. So yesterday at this particular networking event, sat down next to a gentleman. We started to talk back and forth about what we do for a living. Come to realize that he remembered watching me play football a long time ago and started putting 2 and 2 together. Obviously I had hair back then, so he didn't recognize me back in the college days. But he started putting 2 and 2 together, and we're now working on a program together just literally in the last 24 hours of how we can combine our efforts together, because he has a need for our products and our services. I have a need for some of his contacts. He has a need for some of my contacts. Our particular customer base will want to use his product. We are now going to be working together on closing some sales using each other's products. Kind of a cool concept, but it came back to spending some time being out there every day talking to people. And honestly, I didn't even want to go to this networking event. I thought, I've been to so many of these, I'm kind of getting burned out, but man, that was a rejuvenating moment for me to not only learn about this particular individual and his company, but several other people. I got some great business cards, some great contacts yesterday, And I'm going to be working on selling them and their customer base some of our products and services because they like what we offer. So essential habit number 3, working on closing a sale every day. I also want you to figure out how you're going to be closing those sales. Is it online? Is it an online order? And if so, what are your goals for closing sales every day online? I think that's another area that I want you to focus on, is writing down some of your, not just the ways that you're going to be closing some of these sales and the things and areas you're going to be engaged in, but I also want you to take some time to write down where those sales are going to be coming from. Is it online? Is it face-to-face? Is it through email? And are you driving them, your potential customers and your existing customers, to an area that makes it easy for them to write a check, give you a credit card, transfer money through PayPal, whatever that may be? Are you making it easy for them to buy from you? Take just a few minutes, write down where those are coming from. We'll come back on the other side.